everyone, and welcome back to Clothesline. My name is Oren, and here's the deal. A while ago, back in the day, I had the honor and the privilege of interviewing some of the WWE superstars from my own personal YouTube channel. But that was before Clothesline was ever created. But now that Clothesline has come to fruition and is up and running for over a year and a half now, I thought it only made sense to upload those interviews here as well. So enjoy this Turn Back Time interview from November 2019 when I attended the Raw and SmackDown tapings in Manchester, England, and had the chance to interview Cedric Alexander and Nikki Cross.
First of all, good morning and thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you for having us. Good morning.
I would like to start because both of you, you're coming from the Indies, and you know very well how is the business now, but I would like to know your opinion about the state of the business right now, from the moment that you started to the moment that you are right now in the main roster of WWE.
Well, for me, when I first started, I didn't have a great grasp on the indie scene. It was mainly like a lot of small North Carolina indies for me because I was from Charlotte, and whatever was going on in the Northeast. So like usually like Ring of Honor or Chaotic Wrestling was some of the major places up there, and whatever they were doing is what indie wrestling was essentially. Yeah. And coming up, it's booming. Like
as the word I was thinking, booming.
There's guys popping out of nowhere. I have no idea who he is, but I'm like, he's been around for like 10 years. I was like, okay,
yeah.
He's awesome. You know what I mean?
I mean, for me, when I started working in Scotland, it was just me and maybe a couple of other girls in Scotland, and then this was back in 2008, and you just kind of see it each year. It would grow little by little, and then we'd be travelling in England, and there'd be more girls coming up from England, and there was all women's promotions. And then for there, it just seemed that the whole, and booming is such a good word because I feel that that's the best description I can describe. Like it went from having a couple of girls in Scotland to by 2013 or 14, there was like at least 8 Scottish girls, and they were all travelling worldwide. Global. That sounds better in my accent.
Global, okay.
And then
international stars.
Yes. And you see, you know, Japan, America, Canada, just Europe, everywhere. Just this, and I think we see that with NXT UK. We see that with NXT 205, Raw, SmackDown. Just this huge build, and I think it started, and then it grew like a tree.
Like a tree, or a flower, it's blossoming.
Yes. We just need to water that. Does that answer your question?
That's a good ending point. I like that.
Thank you.
Speaking of the differences between the independent scene to WWE, when you entered the WWE system, who do you feel gave you the best advice on how to pretty much get used to the WWE system as a difference to the independent promotions?
Ooh, I remember. I'm trying to think who I came in with.
What year did you?
No, 2016.
2016.
No, Dio Madden was in my class.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like jumped in with him and the Ely twins.
Yes.
When they were here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were really like the guys who kind of like, hey, you know, hop in the car with us and come with us to the you know, the coconut shows, and we'll you know tell you about the time you gotta be here and do this. You gotta dress this way to and. They were really like lifesavers, and then behind that,
they were amazing to me when I first started as well.
Oh man, I love those guys. I miss them so much, actually.
No longer in WWE?
No. They ventured out. Dio's doing commentary now for
yes,
Raw. So
he is
that's
our Raw commentator.
He's the
one
biggest
of the
Raw
three.
commentator we've ever.
Very tall, very tall. He's a great guy, and I'm so excited.
I just saw him get squashed by Lesnar on that table.
He
was horrible.
Hey, he held his own.
He held
his own.
He held head held high.
Yeah.
You know.
Very high.
For me, I was really lucky enough that Robbie Brookside, he's one of the NXT coaches. Mm-hmm. We had been lucky enough to bring him up to Scotland, and he helped us. And then when I came to the PC, the Performance Centre, Robbie was there again. So he was kind of my guidance, wrestling father. Like he's helped me so much and just gave me some really good advice. And William Weagle, and then since coming up to Raw and SmackDown in January, obviously, Fit Finlay has been a huge help for me. You probably see me annoying him all the time. And then, you know, obviously Alexa Bliss as well has just been she's been amazing to work with, and just such a, like, just helping me with a lot, because I have a lot of questions. I'm Scottish. We always ask a lot of questions, so Alexa's been such a godsend as well. So think we've both been very lucky with.
Yeah, we've been a very nourishing group of people.
Yeah. Again, water, being flowers who are getting blossomed.
What was the point?
I'll drink on that.
So, what's your opinion? What are your thoughts on the crossover between wrestling, boxing, and MMA?
Pew, 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 pew,
Because
pew,
now
pew.
we have Tyson Fury, for example, and what do you think that is a good point of all this mix?
Ah, man.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's hard to really describe. There's such different worlds, and to see them clash, it's almost like a comic book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the Avengers.
That's what I was
The
going
Avengers,
for.
Guardians
Yeah.
of the Galaxy, and
What are the
Ant-Man?
other ones? Ant-Man, yeah. They all just kind of crash together.
So I think it's brilliant for me. My dad was a boxer when I was growing up, so he would always have the boxing on the television. MMA, we've caught that with Ronda Rousey,
Yeah.
and then obviously with the influx now. So and we've actually Sonya Deville has
Yeah,
that MMA
she
background.
has
Like a
an
lot of
MMA
our
background.
superstars and a lot of our superstars have background in other forms of martial arts, jiu-jitsu. We have Tainara down in
Tainara,
NXT,
yeah, she did, yep.
in black belt. So we actually, I feel like we've been able to all help in
Yeah.
each other grow. And then, sports entertainment, professional wrestling, WWE is such a mix of all of those things with a little bit of reality TV, a little bit of soap opera storytelling. It's just so exciting. So to be able to draw in all of these elements is. It's Avengers. It's
yeah.
Endgame.
It's one of the things too. Like it just shows off the caliber of athletes that the world has, not just in WWE but also in boxing and MMA. Because it doesn't just stop there. We got guys that have played years in basketball and football
Yes.
and I'm sorry, I always say American football.
Soccer,
So- sorry.
football.
Well, people get offended when you
We're
say
standing
the
in
wrong one.
Manchester, come on
I'm
now.
sorry. But anyway,
No, it's football.
see,
Real football.
You say football?
Yeah.
see,
No.
Like real football.
Oh,
No,
real
he
football.
thought. Yeah, that's why I did this.
see the terminology get confusing. See, you messed up my point.
We need a tennis player.
And we don't have a
need-
tennis
We
player.
don't have a tennis
We don't
player
have
or a
person-
badminton player. I played badminton, but not at a good level.
Mm.
But we also have people from gymnastic, dance,
Oh,
cheerleading,
yeah,
so
yeah.
much. Like, oh, we're so lucky. We have a lot of flowers.
Flowers that need watering.
Uh,
A theme now.
So it's a theme. I'm sorry, guys, you're stuck with it today.
that's okay. Cedric, yourself, you were known as the soul of 205 Live, and of course, Nikki, you were part of Sanity, and now you're a part of Raw, you're a part of SmackDown, and you were personally handpicked to be on those specific brands.
Yes.
Do you feel any elevated pressure? How did it feel that you were said that they told you, okay, we want you on Raw, we want you on SmackDown? How did it feel?
Well, for me, yeah, of course, there's always pressure when you're put on what's known as the flagship show of the entire company, and expected to succeed at a high level. So yeah, I feel pressure every day, but it's something that I like to use to make myself better, because like what's gonna make it not pressure? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So if I want to shine like I know I can, I need that pressure.
100%. And for us, being on SmackDown, and we've just been went over to Fox, and it's so exciting, and it's this a huge avenue for us with Fox, and
Oh,
being
yeah.
able and to be handpicked with my best friend Alexa Bliss, and we're ready to take over the SmackDown Women's division. It's all I ever wanted.
I know you're
For me,
excited.
I know I'm just so excited. I love talking about it. I love talking about WWE and love talking to you. Love talking to
Aw.
our friends here. For me, this is all I ever wanted, and that pressure that Cedric's talking about, it's vital to us. Like, you need that pressure, and for me, and you'll feel it as well, I'm sure. Before you go out every night to perform in front of our WWE universe, you just have these crazy butterflies,
Oh,
and I don't want them
man.
to ever go away, because you need those butterflies. You need that. Like, I think I thrive off that, and I'm sure Cedric's the same. Coffee! Oh, thank you. Do you want some?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
I think I need some.
You might need a little less.
Is this decaf? Did you tell him to put decaf in my coffee?
No, I did not.
Oh, so it's okay, guys. But yeah, so it's for me and Cedric, it's amazing, and it's such a wonderful feeling, and you 100% want to live up to those expectations, but you also want to more than exceed those expectations. Exceed. Oh.
I was trying to think of a way to tie the flower thing, and I couldn't do it.
Because me and Cedric are flowers, and we are blossoming. And we're going to continue to blossom under the sun, the nourishment, the soil of the earth, and some water.
Yeah.
That is fed to us by the WWE Universe.
So finally, guys, for me, we're having Survivor Series at the end of the month.
Oh,
yeah.
Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT. Being honest, who's gonna win?
Being honest, Raw.
He's hilarious.
Now hold on,
He's
hold
so
on.
funny.
No. Look at the last 2 years, right? Survivor Series, who's came out on top?
So that
Raw.
means that SmackDown, we need to collect a debt, as a that's a popular saying these days. Collect a debt.
Collect the debt? Okay.
Debt. So we need to collect a debt. So SmackDown, and here's the thing: I always root for the underdog. And
Okay.
I think it's hard to describe SmackDown as an underdog because we're on Fox, baby. We are on
I'll
Fox
give you that.
TV,
I'll
baby.
give you that.
And we have Nikki Cross. How can we be the underdog?
Okay, so in this case, you're not the underdog. That would be NXT.
They're getting. I'll sort that out. I'll deal with that. I need to deal with NXT. I need to sort that out. I live in Orlando, so I'll go down there.
Oh, I'll go with
down
you.
there and sort that out.
We will actually join forces for that.
Okay, we'll join forces, but then SmackDown will beat Raw and NXT.
No, okay.
But I think it's such a
I'm
exciting.
just saying we got
time.
Brock though.
Huh?
We got Brock.
We have Alexa Bliss. So,
Touche.
I'd like to see them standing
Touche.
side by side
You're
actually
fury.
for the height difference.
That'd be great.
But I think for the fans in the WWE universe, this is amazing because
Yeah.
they get to see some dream matches, they get to see some dream opponents, dream matches, dream scenarios, dream everything. And I know that we're pumped and ready to go. I'm sure Raw's pumped and ready to go. Yellow's pumped and ready to go. So red, blue, yellow, it's going to be like the Avengers.
The Avengers.
I can't tie in flowers to this one. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to take
I was
over.
thinking of it too. I couldn't get it. Maybe it died out. Darn it.
We might have.
Well, last question for me. Who was your toughest opponent to date, and who would you like to face in the future? If there were only one specific person.
Only one?
Oh.
Wow.
This is a
Ooh.
question I get asked a lot, but it's so hard to answer, and I can never answer the same
Toughest
way
opponent?
twice.
Yeah.
And
Who
who
was
would
your
we
toughest opponent to date, and
To
who would you
date.
like to face in the future?
To date.
Asuka for me?
Asuka.
Yeah, we had the last woman standing match in NXT,
Yeah.
and she her and Kyrie stole me and Alexa's tag team championships.
Things happen.
It's okay.
It's okay.
And for me, I've never been able to put Asuka down, and so I would say that's also my opponent for the future. That's the one opponent that has gave me some absolutely intense, crazy battles. So I was home for a few days before I came to Manchester, and I think the Scottish accent is like. So for me, Asuka, and that's someone, and me and Alexa definitely want to get our tag team championships back. So for us, Kabuki Warriors, definitely in the future will be coming back.
For me, my toughest opponent to date had to be AJ Styles. I got lucky with him one time. The 6-man, was it 8-man, 10-man tag in Madison Square Garden?
Something man tag.
Something like that.
All I remember from that night was I pinned AJ Styles.
Yes.
In Madison Square Garden and celebrated with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Exactly.
Because you're a
So
flower.
I'm a flower, and I was watered with beer that night.
Well, Stone Cold.
It was Stone
Stone
Cold.
Cold.
I mean,
Give it-
what can you do? Okay. So anyway,
Nothing much.
that was the one time I got lucky with AJ Styles, and I haven't been able to beat him in a singles match since. So for me, he would be not only the toughest opponent, but the opponent I want to wrestle again the most, because I know I can beat him. I know I can beat him. And for me, it's almost a very emotional thing with me, because AJ really influenced a lot of my career.
Yeah.
So a lot of my style, a lot of my influence, a lot of what I do is based on his movement, the things he did before me. And when I can say I beat AJ Styles in a singles match, one-on-one, that's the day that my career has come full circle.
Oh,
And I'm sure you will.
No, one day.
there
It
we
will.
go. High five.
I almost cried there. Felt that.
That was a really good high five.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.